back. I hope you guys are having a great day and your 2021 was amazing. It's a new year, it's a new beginning. Last year was absolutely insane for my wife and I. For those of you who've been following the channel, you know that we planned a wedding, got married, built a home, moved in, and purchased this 2021 C8 in Rapid Blue all in 1 year. Absolutely crazy, to say the least. And I want to thank all of you guys for joining us in this adventure. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Jeff, and this is where I share my passions from watches on occasion, my personal gun collection, and in this case, cars. Like I said, 2021 C8 in Rapid Blue. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's on a trickle charger, which means it's freezing outside. Having said all that, this past summer, I was approached by a live newscast channel called ENSL, Entertainment News Sports Live Broadcasting. The weather was kind of iffy. The sound is not the best due to the weather, so I do apologize. And I did add my twist on the edits. I just wanted to put that out there. But yes, it was awesome meeting them. So this is a live interview with them and a review of my 2021 C8. My opinions, but it's pretty cool. Just completely random. So guys, I hope you enjoy it. I will see you there.
All right, we're back at Cars and Coffee with Jeff over here, proud owner of the Corvette mid-engine. How you doing, Jeff?
Good, man. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. So we want to get an honest review about this mid-engine. Everybody was talking about it, but I heard Chevy might stop with the mid-engines now.
I don't think they're going to stop. My experience with the C7 platform, which is the 2019 Grand Sport, that's what I had previously. So comparing them side by side, they're drastically different.
Okay.
So people's opinions are going to be based upon their experiences. Does that make sense, right?
Yeah.
So from my opinion of this car, it's absolutely amazing. I think they knocked it out of the park.
Okay.
So I drive this car a lot. So from a collector's point of view, if somebody was just to collect it, a lot of small things that I like, they probably wouldn't care about.
Yeah.
Because they'll sit in the warehouse, collector point of view, and make some money and call it a day. So the first thing I noticed with this car was the U-turn radius. It sounds small, it sounds ridiculous, but it can do a U-turn kind of like a Volkswagen, which is amazing.
Yeah.
The C7s, great car, amazing, but the U-turn radius is horrendous, right? So for everyday driving, that's amazing, and then the front lift option. So the C7 platforms versus the C8 didn't have that option to have a front lift. Well, this you do. So you can do the front lift immediately, or you can program it to 1,000 locations by the GPS. So this is a 3LT 2021. It's a Rapid Blue, and then I chose yellow stitching with Alcantara suede, and then carbon fiber. So that front lift, I use it all the time. From a performance perspective, it doesn't make a whole lot of power compared to other cars. It's only like 495, but with the rear engine over the back tires, it doesn't spin. So it pretty much just hooks and goes. Which is pretty impressive when you compare it to the previous platforms where they always spun. So quarter mile is like right around 1120-ish. I've seen them faster, yeah.
Wow.
I've seen them faster, I've seen them slower. So depending on altitude, track, a person's experience racing the car, that's right about where they're at. So,
And this is a manual or automatic?
it's automatic. So it's the dual clutch automatic with 8 gears. So with that, you don't feel the shifts at all. So it's pretty instant, there's no lag. So with the previous platforms, whenever you shift gears, you would feel a little bit, you would wait a couple seconds and then it would shift. You know, this is just, it's just instant, right. And you don't feel anything. So with that 8-speed, I mean, it gives you the gas mileage. So gas mileage is right around 27 on the highway. And then around the city, around here, I'm getting about 20, 21.
It's not bad.
No, it's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal.
And this is naturally inspired?
It's naturally aspirated, and everything on here is factory. So this all came from the AD, for an authorized dealer.
Do you do any modifications to it or anything else?
I might do a titanium exhaust from LMR. I've raced cars pretty much my whole life, so though I'm excited to race the track, I'm really not. I've had cars in the past that were a lot faster. So for me, I just want to enjoy it. I pretty much know what it's going to run.
Listen on this one. How's the handling?
It's phenomenal.
It is?
It really is. So the difference is this: when you put it in my mode or in comfort mode, it drives. Honestly, it drives too smooth.
Really?
You absolutely forget that you're in this car. So some people it's a plus. For me, it's a minus. Like the exhaust, unless you crack into it, you don't hear it really in the car. So my wife loves it. I want to be able to hear it. So if you crack into it, you can hear it. But they actually did such a good job in the interior, you really don't hear much. And that's the difference between that and the C7s. So the C7s, when it's a lot louder in the interior, and a lot more rigid. Now, when you put this in track mode, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. You really have to
very stiff?
It's astronomically stiff. It's a lot stiffer than the Grand Sport when nobody's been track mode. So you really have to turn the steering wheel pretty hard to get it to move.
Okay.
But once you just nudge that steering wheel, that car is moving. I mean, it's stiff. So it's a big difference. It's a night and day between my mode, sport mode, and track mode.
Very nice.
So yeah, I was pretty shocked about that. But it's great, you know. I won't say any particular speeds, but if you get to very, very, very high speeds, it's. I hear that it's very smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you can put your thumb on the steering wheel and drink coffee at the same
really?
time. I don't recommend that, so please don't do that at home. And that's just what I hear. So be safe, steering wheel, you know.
Do you mind if
seatbelt.
we hear it?
Sure. And that I really do appreciate. And then blind spot detection. So with the C7s, they didn't have blind spot detection, they didn't have front lift, and they didn't have the rearview mirror as a digital camera. So, you know, you add all those things together, those are the things that were missing.
Yeah.
They weren't available back then, right?
Right.
Evolution comes. Yeah.
Does this have collision?
Was that?
Does this have pre-collision?
It senses it, yeah, so it'll give you like a warning, and I don't know if it'll, I never had it, I've used it yet,
Okay.
so I don't know exactly what it's going to do if it
Yeah.
senses something like that. I can't, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But the blind spot detection on it, it's pretty spot on. And then, you know, small things like if you turn off the car, the mirrors will automatically close. So when you're in parking in close quarters, you know, so I do like that. But yeah, I mean, I really can't complain with the way they have everything laid out. A friend of mine owns All American Paint Protection in Rockville. They did all the XPEL, it's all hand cut, the ceramic coating and all that, so it's protected the car very, very well. That's a lot of work, man. Hand cut and XPEL, they can have that. But if you're listening, I love you guys, but y'all can have that. That's a lot of work. And the other question people always ask, you think it's a supercar? To me, this is a Grand Touring supercar as a base entry. The big difference between this and other cars that they consider supercars is a carbon monocell. So the whole car is one big carbon monocell. This is not that. So if this was that, it'd be a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
Does that mean it's not a supercar? That doesn't mean it's not a supercar to me.
Right.
So Grand Touring means you could drive anywhere. You got trunk space in front. Performance-wise, to me, it's a base entry supercar in a Grand Touring perspective. So I hear that comment all the time. And a lot of people that say that they're not really in the cars, so they don't know the difference between, besides what they hear,
Right.
what a real supercar is and it isn't. So I'm very fortunate to be around them a lot. I have friends that own them and stuff like that, so I can sit there and compare side by side what's what. But at the end of the day, it's just somebody's opinion. This concludes this upload. I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you at the next one.